Welcome. This is a short video to show you how to use SharePoint. If you have a Navitas account, you will have access to the full suite of Office 365 in the cloud. This is a group of sites that link you up to all the functionality of your email, your calendar, SharePoint, OneDrive, Yammer, etc. So to get you started, you just have to log into your webmail, and you do that by popping into any browser's URL bar the words outlook.navitas.com, and an authentication window will pop up. Here you merely have to put in your username and your password, and it will take you straight to your webmail. Once you're in your webmail, you can just go to the grid at the top left-hand corner and select SharePoint, and you are in. Once you're in SharePoint, you'll actually be able to see all the sites that you've set up, as well as sites that have been shared with you. The beauty of SharePoint is that you can collaborate on documents within a site in real time with a number of collaborators without having the difficulty of version control, emailing documents back and forth, and also having to access a server. So if you wanted to set up your own site, I'm just going to take you through the steps. So to set up a site, it is based around a group of people. So have a think about the team that you want to work with, and you can set it up via this page, via the SharePoint page, or if you want to go into your contacts, which is down here as people. And I will just open that up into a window so you can actually see the benefits of actually creating a group from this site a little bit further down the track. So if you wanted to set it up from the SharePoint window, just click on the plus button to create a site. Think of the most appropriate site name. So I will call mine ACAP test site. And you'll notice that it automatically creates a URL address, which also creates an email distribution list for that group. Come down to the privacy settings. Select private so that nobody else in the organisation has access to the team's files. And most importantly, if your team is new to SharePoint, outline to them the purpose of this site. And at this point, it's pertinent to let you know that the difference between SharePoint sites and OneDrive is that SharePoint is for groups of people sharing ownership or working as a team member, whereas OneDrive is for your best used for your individual files in the cloud. OneDrive doesn't have the facility to collaborate easily and have a folder structure as SharePoint does. So once you've filled out these items, click Next, and here you decide whether you want to have team members as co-owners of the site or as members. Co-owners enable that team member to invite other members. It also enables them to edit the site settings. So if you want to just allocate to your core team as additional owners, which means that you don't have to administer the site every time they want to join a member. However, if you want to manage the site and you just want to have team members and not open it up to sharing with anybody that the team member opts in, then just choose your team members. So you'll be able to add members from the directory of Navitas, the same as you would be sending an email to a whole bunch of colleagues. Then click Finish, and that's set up your site. Now you can actually create an image on the site. You can change the look of the landing page, which you see here. Now, if you want to change any of the site settings, you will have to go into People, because all the team site settings are established through the group. Okay, so let's start working with some documents in SharePoint. So once you jump into your site, you need to make a decision about how you're going to set up your folder structures. There are two options. You can actually set up your documents in folders on the landing page, as you see here. And that is by merely clicking on the New and choosing a new document library. This is where you can set up a folder and have it appear on the top level of your site, as you can see here. The other option, which is what I prefer, is that you actually set up the folder tree under the Documents tab. And this, I find, is a little bit more intuitive for people to enter the site and to go straight into the documents. It also enables you to actually share the individual folders with groups, whereas at the top level site you actually have no functionality to actually share a whole folder. So once you go in and set up your folders, similar to a structure that you would have in your server files, you have all the versatility that you're familiar with operating within a server. So you can choose a folder and upload any kind of document, or better still, you can actually upload a whole folder of documents from your computer, especially if you are decided to move all of your documents over to SharePoint to work within. You also can go into any folder and actually open up new Word documents, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, or set up a link. And it works exactly the same as Microsoft would if you opened it up on your computer in Microsoft Office. Now, you need to make a decision also. When you are collaborating within a document, you have two options. If you come over to here in the Edit Document, you've got two choices. One is that you can actually download it and open it up in Word, and that would be choosing the option Edit in Word, or you can edit in the browser. Now, it is preferable to edit in the browser because it means that everybody can collaborate in real time. You don't have any issues with version control. You're not having to email back and forth different versions and update it every time somebody also collaborates. However, the only disadvantage of working in Word online is that you don't have the full functionality of Microsoft Office. So if you, say for example, wanted to track your changes in this document, you would actually need to go into Edit in Word. As soon as you click on this, it'll actually open the document in Microsoft Word, and you will have full functionality in that document. So as mentioned before, you may want to, for example, track changes. And here you can do it in the document. Kristen's useful websites, for example. And then in order for you to save that and upload it back to the cloud, All you have to do is choose File, Save, and literally close the document. So File, close the document, and if you go back to the web page, you can see here that it's giving you the option of resume editing here. It will reload with all your saved changes, and you'll see down here that Kristen's useful websites has been added, but you won't be able to see that this is a track change unless you start going into Edit in Word, and the track changes will appear as normal. So I'm going to delete that, and remember that it's always saving the document, so you don't have to worry about the computer crashing or forgetting to save. So also bear in mind that once you have downloaded it, it will operate just like as if somebody had downloaded a document and opened it from the server. Nobody else will actually be able to collaborate on that document until you close it, and all the saved changes will be up on the website. So that's about SharePoint in a nutshell. It is fairly intuitive, and also the help menu is very helpful if you get stuck on any point. So I may even post a more advanced session for those trying a bit trickier things in SharePoint. Thanks.